my passport snobs. We are bringing you another YouTube video. This one is a review of our experience at Dinner in the Sky. Yes, you heard it right. Okay, this has been on my list for a very long time. I've always seen the ones in Dubai, and I was like, I gotta do that one day. And even though we're planning a trip to Dubai, we found one in Greece and we were like, well, why not go ahead and do one? And then maybe once we do the one in Dubai, we can compare what they're like. Now, these are from the same company, but because they are in different regions, more than likely the cuisine will be different. So we are going to touch on what the experience was like and also what the food was like. So stay tuned.
The reason I get fly is I've been Jasper. I even keep your picture in my passport. Love, love. Wake up and...
So as you may have seen from Kavina's video of our Greece trip recap, we went to Athens, Greece. It was one of our first stops in Greece, and we spent a couple of days there. And Dinner in the Sky was one of the activities that we decided to enjoy, and we decided to schedule it kind of later in the evening so that we could enjoy a partial sunset. We took a relatively short taxi ride from our hotel to the event space, and once we got dropped off, it was a little hard to find, but we were able to contact the Dinner in the Sky operators, and they were able to help us find the location pretty easily. So they had really great response times and they were very helpful. When you first arrive, of course, you should be arriving early. And when you arrive, they are going to greet you with a drink option. So one of the great things about Dinner in the Sky is it's unlimited drinks. They have wine, they have soda, they have water, and I believe they also have beer. I don't drink beer, but I believe it was an option for you to choose. They also have some really great Instagrammable backgrounds you can take pictures in front of with your friends, whoever you're having dinner with. So definitely make sure you show up a little bit early so that you have time to prepare for your dinner. You'll want to use the restroom, of course, because once you're up in the sky, there's no coming down. Or if you're gonna drink a few drinks before sitting down, you'll want to use the restroom before you go up. Also, they provide you with lockers, so you will not be taking any big purses or anything like that up with you. So definitely keep that in mind when you're choosing your accessories, my ladies. When you're choosing your accessories to take with you, I did have a purse book bag with me, but again, I put that into the locker, and I just took my phone out because that was the only thing that I needed was my phone. Getting up into the seat was not easy first, but once you get into the seat, they are going to strap you in. This didn't happen to me, but from Kavina's perspective, make sure that you sit in the chair the way you want to sit, because once they strap you in, there's no going back. So I think Kavina was a little slouched in her chair when they first strapped her in, and unfortunately she kind of had to stay that way the entire time. So make sure if you want to be able to sit up in the chair when you first get in there, so when they strap you in, you are good to go and you're not uncomfortable doing your dinner. Another really cool part about these seats is they swivel. They don't do a complete 360, but you can swivel probably about 180 degrees and get a very good view of the city. I think I have a video of me twisting in my chair. If I do, I will throw it on the screen here so you can see what it's like. We did have one person sitting next to us who was a little afraid of heights, but she enjoyed the full 2 hours, I believe it was, for Dinner in the Sky, and had no issues. I think if you're afraid of heights, definitely don't look down. But once you're up in the sky, the views are so amazing. I think it would totally take your mind off the fact that you are afraid of heights. But I'm not afraid of heights, so of course I don't know firsthand. But just sharing my experience of having someone at the table with us who was afraid of heights. We had about 20 or so people at our table. And the people who are on the other side of the table or on the ends, they're kind of far away, so you can't really talk to them. You're more so going to be talking to the people who are directly beside. And trust me, where you sit at the table does not matter. So we didn't know that fact when we got on or sat down at the table. So we chose some seats that we thought would like block us from the sun so that the sun wouldn't be shining directly in our eyes, which wasn't a problem anyway once we were up hoisted in the air. However, once you are hoisted in the air, several times throughout your dinner, they will rotate you with the crane. So you will really truly get a full 360 view of the city because they are going to spin you around. And it's not a fast spin, it's a very slow spin. I actually think I have video of that as well, so I will put that on the screen so you guys can see just how slowly the spin, like you can barely even feel that you're spinning. It was a really nice added touch though, because like I said, it gave you the ability to get the photo ops that you want and see everything. And also, if there was sun, you won't be the only one getting the sun in your eyes. One of the other things that I really liked about this experience was not only do you get to eat and drink and you're in the sky with beautiful views, you actually get to see the chefs and the sous chefs at work. So they are preparing your food in front of you. You can actually see everything they're doing. And that was just a fantastic added piece that I wasn't expecting. So let's get into the menu. Now, I made sure to take pictures and videos of every single plate, so I will be putting those on the screen, but I also have my phone here so I can make sure that I tell you every single item that we had during our, I think it was like 6 courses. I'm gonna tell you exactly now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we had a 6-course meal. Okay, so I'm gonna go over each one of the meals that we had. I'm gonna call the first one a pre-appetizer. It was the first thing that we got, but to me it wasn't really an appetizer. It was very light. Let's call it tapas actually, because that's kind of what it gives me the vibes of. So the first tapas appetizer was meet the fava beans. It's fava beans that have been pureed into this really silky smooth consistency, and then they're topped with one had like an olive, one had a caper, and I can't remember what was on top of the other one, but you can see it in the picture. And these are actually really good. I hardly ever smell my food, but I definitely smelled this one beforehand because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but it actually turned out really, really good. So I was glad that I tried it. I'm always down to try new things. So it was really nice. So let's move on to the next. This one was an appetizer, okay? We had steamed shrimp, and it was served over a fresh bed of beluga lentils. The lentils, we could have left those out, but you know I'm always down for shrimp. So those were good, decent enough. Okay, it was a good appetizer. The next course was a salmon mousse. Now, I don't remember a whole lot about this being good or bad. It was just okay. It came with broccoli, carrot flakes, onion pickle, and a dill oil and honey citrus dressing. So again, I wasn't expecting this food to be like the best food I ever ate. But again, the food was just okay. I was more there for the experience itself. So even though we were hungry and we went to eat, I wasn't there primarily for that, focused on it being the best food I ever had. Then we had a Greek salad cheesecake. That was actually really, really good. I really enjoyed the salad. It was very different from any other salad that I've ever had. Of course, you can see here on the picture, it looks, I don't want to say not normal, but it doesn't look like your average salad. That's the correct wording I want to use. And so it was a alternative version with carob rusk, cherry tomatoes, green peppers, cucumbers, capers, olive, and feta mousse. Okay. And I remember the feta mousse being really, really good. I ate a lot of feta cheese while we were over in Greece, and I was not upset about that at all. So for our main course, we had a simmered beef fillet. Unlike most places you go, if you order a beef or some kind of steak fillet or whatever the case may be, they normally ask you what you want your cook temperature to be. Now, I will say, because of the conditions of this experience, you did not get that choice here. So for me, my beef was a little bit overcooked for how I like to eat my beef. So I did not finish my beef. I probably kind of picked at it a little bit, but it was served with baby potatoes, asparagus, and I sometimes do asparagus. I think I like when I cook my own asparagus, so I kind of picked over that as well, but the potatoes were very good. Okay, and the last course, of course, is dessert, and we had a crispy puff pastry, which I absolutely loved. It was very light and not too sweet, which is super important. So it was all around good flavor. And it says that it had vanilla syrup and pistachio. So I love me some pistachios. So again, one of my favorite courses of the night was the dessert, okay? So that was all about our experience at Dinner in the Sky in Athens, Greece. Please let us know in the comments what you think. Would you do this as an excursion if you were to visit Athens, Greece? Let us know in the comments. And as always, we hope to see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and share. And also find us on all social media platforms at Passport Snob. Catch you guys on the next video. Bye.